That's Kansas spotter Mike Kalanoff as the green flag waves. 7 laps to go. Junior pushing Kenseth down toward turn 1. Tell you, that 16 car, though, he is stout. That's a fast car, and he's got a fast car pushing him. We saw Hamlin push to the lead earlier in the race. 4 cars trying to settle among themselves. Kenseth coming to the outside lane to pick up his teammate Biffle, and does. Now the file again. And now they'll go to the bottom. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 88 was fortunate to be able to fall back in the 4th spot there. I thought he was going to get kicked way out of line. I did too, but you know what? That is teamwork right there. That's what they didn't have in the 150. Kenseth really, really helped Biffle out right there by pulling out and getting him and pulling him up there behind him. Now they should be able to settle it probably between themselves. 6 laps to go. On the outside lane, teammates Mark Martin and his new teammate Martin Truex. 2 Toyotas going to try to push their way to the front, but a long way to go to get there. And Darrell, unless that outside line gets to moving, Matt Kenseth, his best friend right now, this double yellow line. Oh, I think right now, Larry, everybody say, okay, let's ride right here. Let's hold what we got. Don't anybody panic, because it's going to be a drag race off turn 4, and that's where these races have been won every time down here this week. But you can tell Kenseth knows that the yellow line is his friend, man, and he's protecting that bottom. That's all you need to do right now. Make them go by on the outside if they're going to pass you. 5 laps to go. And here's what's going to happen, Larry. Biffle is he's got to make a decision. Am I going to stay behind my teammate, or am I going to let that 11 push me right past him? That's a question that Biffle's got to sit there and ask himself. And that's probably the question Matt Kenseth is asking himself about Greg Biffle. I got to believe that Kenseth is a little skeptical based on the way they raced each other in their qualifying race. And Denny Hamlin in 3rd in the number 11 has no friends. 2 Fords, Hamlin's Toyota by itself, and 2 Chevrolets behind, Earnhardt and Burton. More Chevys, Harvick, Menard, Newman, and 14 Tony Stewart. And there's Tony Stewart's teammate, Ryan Newman. Oh, Tony's going around, another wreck to the tri-oval. Kyle Busch, hard slide through the grass, no contact. At least half a dozen cars involved in this one. Dave Blaney drives away. That's Kyle Busch. Caution flag number 10 with 4 laps to go. Landon Castle, or excuse me, David Rudiman. You know, Tony got around, but I don't know if he got a lot of damage or not. I see a lot of body damage and tires that got the side rubbed up to him, but the car didn't look that bad once he got it straightened out. Let's check with that.
EW, he just told Steve Addington, I pretty much think that we're going to need tires, but I got it.
Steve Addington, Stewart's new crew chief for 2012. Let's see what happened. Tony is right back here, and I see him all of a sudden. He gets a little push from behind, maybe from Joey Logano. He and Stenhouse go around. Newman and Busch.
And Newman and Busch was actually in front of Tony a little bit when that started happening.
Have to take a couple more looks at that. Kyle Busch went for a long, wild ride. Blaney involved. Let's see here. Here's 39 up here. Right there. Stenhouse got into the side, and Stenhouse in the 6 got into Tony. I'm not sure, though, that David Gilliland didn't get into the back of Stenhouse and push him up into Tony. Could have to look at it again.
That's about the 2nd or 3rd wreck we've seen on the exit of the tri-oval. It just starts narrowing up right there.
Cars are really free and loose right through the tri-oval. I'm telling you, you're running 200 miles an hour through there. It's hard to hang on sometimes.
You saw there where Kyle Busch in the 18 jumped down in front of Ricky Stenhouse in the 6.
I know Stenhouse hit Tony. I'm not sure if he got forced into him. Here's smoke right out here. All right, there's Stenhouse with Gilliland behind him. No, you know what? The 20 car and the 6 car make a little contact. Right. And I'm not sure that didn't move the 6 car up, Stenhouse up just enough that he got into the left rear of Tony Stewart.
So let's group here. Joey Logano and Ricky Stenhouse make contact. Stenhouse moves up into Tony Stewart.
Coming inside here. There you go. How fast they now? Rock it down, get it rolling here if you can. Keep coming across at you. Get it rolling here if you can. Leaders in two.
I believe it's 20. And then you put him into the side of Tony. That's what it looked to me like may have happened.
Michael, how do you see it?
Wait and see, bud.
It just looked like to me that Stenhouse came into the trial over there and had a really good run. He moved up a little bit, and it created contact with the 20. I don't think Joey Logano had anything to do with it. I think Ricky just had a big run, and he didn't know what to do with it.
And there again, Darrell, we talk about closing speed. Ricky Stenhouse had a big run coming up through the pack, ran out of place to go.
Well, and you hit it on the head, up through the pack. And when you get up in the middle of cars like that, you can't, even if you try to slow down, you can't. So you make casual contact, which creates catastrophic results.
Now, here's what sets us up, though, when we go back to racing. Right now, it's going to be, as you see, the first attempt at a green-white checkered, and this is going to break the two Roush Fenway drivers up because it's going to be put Kenseth in the 17 on the inside or wherever he chooses and Biffle to the other side of him in that 16.